Hey you guys, what's going on? This is Fabio coming back with another video. What I want to talk about on this video is, let me put a little music. What I want to talk about in this video is building a system, okay? And thing is that a lot of you guys are working, but are you building a system? Okay? Excuse me. The one thing that you want to do is monitor the results of everything that you do. Okay, so if you try a classified ad thing and it doesn't work, or you try door to door and it doesn't work for you, or you try door hangers and it worked for you, then make sure you monitor each situation, because it's paramount that you do. Because what at the hey Lakita, how are you? At the end of the day, what you want to do is monitor your results, because if you try something and it's working, yet you're focused on cold calling and it's not working for you, it doesn't mean it'll never work. It just means right now it's not working for you. You guys remember my story. When I first started out, I was cold calling, right? In the very beginning, I was cold calling. But I switched my pitch a little bit, right? And I started doing door to door. I started hitting home runs with doing the door to door. And then I returned back to the phones, and somehow, voila, some way, the phone started working for me. So that's why I'm a big advocate today of door to door and using the phones. So, but I built a system. That's why everything runs the way it runs. Like when you go to McDonald's, it's a system in place. Burger King, it's a system. Little Caesars, if you're out of Detroit, or Pizza Hut, or Domino, wherever you're at, right? It's a system that they have in place. And they know 100% that system works, okay? Which is why they generate many millions of dollars year after year, billions, right? Year after year, because they have a system. So that's what you guys need to do. You need to test, but when you find something that gets just a small result, if you pay attention to that, do more of that, that will make you a lot of money, okay? So for an example, if you're using the phones, and the phones isn't making you as much money as maybe the mailers, sending out your flyers, sending out your postcards and things of that sort, then you want to do, I guess, a little less of the phone calls, right? Because it's not working for you right now, and you want to do more of the mailers. Because if you increase your numbers, you will increase the revenue. Okay, so that's what a lot of people, and that's how I built Hollywood Janitorial, that's how I built Direct Auto Network. Just increase the numbers, found what worked, what didn't work, and then I stayed at it. Okay, so you guys have any questions, anything specific? I want to make sure, because I know I do a lot of talking, but I want to make sure that you guys understand and that you guys is really clear on this stuff. You guys have any questions? I'm looking to start up February. Nikita, let me ask you, why wait till February to do something in February that you can do today? I just want to know your reason for waiting to February. Any system examples? Yeah, I just gave you one, bud. When I was just speaking. You test things to build a system. The way we know McDonald's franchise work, the way it works, is they test a lot of things. And what worked, they kept. What didn't work, they do away with. Like you might remember times back in McDonald's days or Burger King days that they were doing certain things or certain things a certain way. and now they don't do it no more. That's probably because they test and they didn't get the response that they like. So they do away with certain things and they keep certain things. Habizi, let me see. I know you were speaking on planning last week. Can you give me more on the mindset of a planner? Well, when you want something really, really bad, it's not hard to plan for something. If I said Habizi or HBZ, look, dude, me, you, and a few of my friends in December 2018, we're going to go on a cruise. We're going to go to the Bahamas, right? You have to save up $2,500. I want everybody to have $2,500. We're going to put all our money together. We're going to finance everything that way. Save up. Because you know we're going on a cruise, you will find a way to save up, right? Because that's something that you really want to do. So that's the same way as far as the mindset of a planner. Like, I didn't give you specific things to do. I just told you we need to save up this money to go on this cruise. So you know, okay, well, if I work this job or work that job or I do this extra thing on the side or whatever the case is, you know that you're going to save that money because you know by 2018 in December, we're going on a cruise. Do that make more sense, dude? Or do I need to kind of break it down more? It's like there's no specific things that I can do to tell you besides get your own self, your own mindset ready, and then start doing certain things like get you what you're gonna wear, write down a few things that you're gonna do tomorrow, right? So if you're taking today and you're planning for tomorrow, then you might want to write down today what you're gonna do tomorrow. So that way, when you wake up, you already have a guideline or a format to some aspect in place. That way, you can go ahead and attack it tomorrow. Okay, let me catch up on my comments, right? I was thinking about buying in a franchise. Okay, yeah, just do your research on that. Good luck with the franchise. Let me see. Hey, Fabio, it's Ashley. Maybe I said it right. Ashley. How do we know the money amount to put behind the system before we trash it? You just test it. You just test it. Like, so for an example, let's say use Vistaprint. Okay, for an example, I just started back using Bandit Signs. Okay, now there was a point where Bandit Signs was working really, really well for me, right? And then I stopped using Bandit Signs, and then I just recently started back using Bandit Signs. I changed the color scheme, changed the wording, changed everything, right? So, and I'm getting calls from it. Okay, so it's just something that we just went back to starting. So it's not building the necessary traction that I would want it to build, but I have to keep going at it. So what in my mind, I know, okay, Ashley, I'm going to try this for 6 months, right? Or I'm going to try this for 4 months. So you give yourself a time frame and then you keep investing money in it. If you start to get some traction or some type of call response from it within that time frame, you know, okay, it's a possibility if I put more money in this, get more signs out, I might get more calls, right? So you never really know, but sometimes people overdo it. You know, like, for an example, I heard P. Diddy say he tried something with the clothing line, right? Sean John. And he tried it for years. But he say he realized he was losing more money on the Sean John brand than he was making. But he had some clothes that was, that was popular, but other aspects he was losing money on, right? So he trashed that part and kept what worked. So sometimes you just really don't know. I'm reaching to, and then your videos help me a lot. Also, AJ videos help me too. Oh, okay. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Lakita. Yeah, AJ, he's a great guy. Researching, Okay. Now, don't research yourself to death, Lakita. Now, I want you to get started because a lot of people have or make the mistake of researching too much and they never get started. A system can work based on the environment and the market too. You're right. You're right. That's absolutely right. The reason I ask is because I'm going to a meeting with a multi-millionaire entrepreneur this Tuesday, and I need to plan good questions for him without wasting his time. Right. Well, don't let the fact that he's a millionaire intimidate you, because deep down inside he's a person. All right. The only thing that separates him from you is he has a multi-million-dollar company or $1 million business, and you're not to that level yet. That don't mean you'll never get there. But if you have a question, ask him, and he shouldn't. I mean, being in the position that he's in, he shouldn't make you feel down or make you feel bad about asking a question. I just don't believe there's any such thing as a stupid question. I don't believe that. I believe if you don't know something, you should ask. Yeah, I've seen your videos about that. Yeah, yeah. Just yep. Don't research yourself to death. Just the way I look at it, Kita, is that okay. Let's take a book. I read books. What I do is I never read a book from cover to cover. Like just sit here and really read it unless it's that entertaining. But what I would do is read something, take notes, jot it down, and execute it right away. Okay, and that's how I was in college, right? So when I started my business, and I'm like, okay, which not the cleaning business, my first business, and it failed, but I was in college, but I started right away. Okay, now had I not or waited till I graduated from college, then I probably would have never started that business to even figure out if it would win or fail, right? I had a small, I don't know if you guys remember this guy named Don Lapre, but I had a company way back when, okay? His company was called Universal Business Strategies, or the greatest vitamins in the world, okay? And I came up with the idea of Vitamin Pro International, which is my company. Now, I ran this from home. I was able to accept credit cards and things like that. And it got so popular because my name was in the mix with Don's name, because Don was a mentor of mine. Like, I actually knew Don Lapre before I could pick up the phone, call him, his wife, his kids to answer the phone, all of that. Like, I knew Don Lapre. I flew out to Phoenix or whatever. He shared a lot with me. If I wanted to do an infomercial today, I know how to do it based on the information that Don gave me years ago, right? So you might have heard of Don Lapre. But anyway, the thing is I would read something, execute on it right away, because I understand the more I don't do anything with the information that I'm receiving, whether I'm listening, whether I'm watching something, whether I'm reading something, the more I'm not likely to do it. For an example, when you order a course or you order something, you read it from cover to cover, book or whatever the case is. You go through the course, watch the DVDs, listen to the CDs, the audios, and then you don't do anything with it, right? So that's the bad mistake that a lot of us make. I like that mindset. Do you have any knowledge on credit or scores? Or, I'm sorry, credit and scores? I only have a maxed out credit, 3Gs. Okay. HBZ say he only has a max out credit card worth 3Gs, and that's all I owe on it, really. Okay, so, well, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it right now, because I've never, if I was in the rear on anything, I never worried about it, because what happens is it put a bad poison in your mind, right? Because you're so focused on that particular thing that it deter you from becoming successful at anything else, right? So that's like a bad poison, okay? They just have to get the money whenever you have the money, okay? They just have to get the next payment whenever you can afford to send the next payment in, okay? So, but I wouldn't stress my mind out about it. I wouldn't really think about it, and I damn sure wouldn't allow it to stop me from starting a business, because especially in the commercial cleaning business, you don't need a credit score, or you don't need credit to start it. Now you grow it and you start moving a certain way, you might need business credit and things like that. But business credit and personal credit is totally different. A lot of people don't know they can move a lot differently using a EIN number than they do their social security number. But I'm going to leave that topic for another day, because I know quite a bit about that. Business credit and personal credit, totally different. Guys, got any more questions? Anything you want me to hit on? Or okay, Lakita, she say, I was at work. I'm tired of working for someone else. I've been there 10 years. They don't trust me right now, right? So I have my own cleaning company. Came to Miami. I've been researching since. Thank you, Fabio. Yeah, Kita, and I definitely want you to get out of that. You can do so much better, because all you need, Kita, is that one account to reinsure yourself that you can do it. Just one account. If you can get in the door and get that one account, then you'll be like, I'm Kita. Can't nobody stop me, right? You'd be all over yourself, because you would be so excited that you got that one account. Now, there's two ways that can go. Now, you can get so excited that you get the effing up, or you can get so excited that help you bring in more business. That excitement. And for me, it helped me bring in more business. When I got my first account, I'm like, I'm Fabio, I love you. Like, I was all over myself, right? So I got another account and another account. Yeah, and I love to clean, so that's a plus. Yeah, see, so if you're a cleaning type of person, this is definitely the industry for you. All you have to do is decide what sector of cleaning you're going in. You can do residential, you can do commercial, power washing, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, carpet cleaning. You can do so many different things within our industry. But if you want to do them all eventually, or do multiple things, don't do it in the beginning, because you will never become successful in any of it. Okay? Find a niche market, stick to that, make a little money, give yourself like a quota or a set dollar amount, right? And then branch out to other things. Okay? But don't try to start small. Don't try to do everything. Don't try to do everything. Yeah. You mean like pay off credit with another credit card? Sure. Yeah. Guys, got any more questions? I think somebody asked me this question on my last live, or a few lives ago. I don't know how many employees I actually have. And the reason being is because I operate in Toledo, I operate in Michigan, Ohio is Toledo, Michigan, and Georgia, right? And then I operate in different little suburban areas, little hick towns, right? So my business has grown dramatically. My accounts has grown, the revenue has grown, and naturally my employees has grown. So we hire and fire all the time. Some people come on just to get a pair of Jordans, right? They stay on enough just to get the new pair of Jordans, and then they quit, and then we just replace them. So that number is roughly, but I will tell you it's under 50, I would say, out of those three places, approximately. Okay. Um, and what type of incentives? Me, I give like movie passes. I give like tickets to like the Beyonce concert. You know, it's all women that work for me, so I try to do certain things. And women is easy to motivate. You know, especially when you're a good leader. If they feel like I'm a good leader, they follow me. You know, I hear them all the time. You know, they don't think I hear them, but sometimes they're on the phones, right? And they're like, yeah, like I got the best boss in the world. He's real cool. You know, he's understanding. Like I like working for, you know, Hollywood Janitorial. Like I like working here. Like, and I've actually heard my employees say that. They wear my paraphernalia, right? We got the new shirts coming out. I'm gonna debut them real soon. You guys gonna see them. I changed the color scheme for my company. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, they wear the paraphernalia. We got the hats that's coming. Idiot, you don't have to drive that fast. We have the hats, the shirts, and things like that. So, and they wear it proudly. So that's what the incentives is. The incentives is just keeping them motivated and acknowledging their success, acknowledging when they're doing a great job, paying them more money. I do profit sharing, right? So, and that's at the end of the year for a select few, my top people that was never late, you know, great attendance, you know, go the extra mile. So that's for a select few, okay? How did you know when to start hiring? APAT. APAT asked me, how did I know when to start hiring? Well, this is how I would do it, APAT. I would train myself in an account for, let's say, 30 days. And once I knew what I needed to know, based on what the client wanted me to do for them, I would train myself first, because I wanted to be the business owner. I didn't want to be, I wanted to be the entrepreneur. I didn't want to be self-employed. Self-employed, you're working within your organization. Okay? That's self-employed. Entrepreneur, you know, they the mind. They're the mastermind behind it. They're the Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates don't work within Microsoft, right? He kind of motivate, govern. You know, he's the head honcho, right? But he's not coding anything. He has designated people for that, right? Same thing with Mahatma Gandhi. You know, when he was alive, like you study these guys, your Martin Luther Kings, right? They were leaders. They didn't necessarily work within their organization. Ford, Henry Ford, you know, and the list goes on and on. But then there are some people that's, you know, self-employed, and they love working these different accounts because, number one, it saves them more money. They don't have to put out more money. But to answer your question without continuing to ramble, you would know once you start getting tired of working, then you would know definitely it's time to hire some people. Okay, once you start getting tired of working, you would know, like, wait, I'm getting tired of this. I don't want to do this shit no more. I need to hire somebody. And you would start hiring people. But the way I did it, I kept it simple. I only wanted to work in every account for 30 days. I worked there for 30 days. After I did it the first 30 days, I was always accepting applications. I went to my applications, called everybody, interviewed, picked who I thought was best for that particular site, hired them. Yep, my job. Okay. Any cold call game? No, not really. I mean, stay calling. Just know that you're not trying to necessarily sell them over the phone. What you're trying to do is introduce yourself and allow them to come talk, and allow you, you're introducing yourself and hoping that they allow you to come talk to them. That's what I meant to say. And once you go and talk to them, you do your walkthroughs that way. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. When I first started, now I use Facebook. I use Facebook to find most of my employees. But when I first started out, I was putting ads up on different forums, your Monsters, your Indeed, Craigslist, things like this. So I don't do that as much because I think every city by now have an employment group on Facebook. I know Detroit have it, and I know Toledo have it, right? So I place an ad in those groups, and boy, when I tell you, if I show you all these resumes in my email, let me see. Where's my other phone? Oh, in my pocket here. Let me see. If I show you guys all my emails here in my inbox, let me show you just one thing. Let me see. I don't think it's on this account. Let me see. Let me see my email here. Okay, you guys can see these people right there. You see them people with the pen? All of those are resumes. Resumes. Okay? Resumes. Resumes. Okay? You see where it says Danielle? You see where it says cleaning position? You see Damari? I don't know if you guys can see Damari. Okay? You see Kanisha Sanders? Okay, all of those are resumes. Okay, they send me the resumes, and that's after I put up a post. Because my company is gaining traction in my area, a lot of times when people see Hollywood Janitorial in my area, people can connect that with me, right? Percy, you a trip. Hella girls. He said, you better meet hella girls. What if I work at the account for 30 days, but one particular company wants to add new stuff on every time they're paying, bartering a new task? No, it doesn't work like that. Whatever you write them up for, that's what they do. That's what you do. Now, if they want anything extra, you amend to that contract or to that agreement. You do an amendment to it, which will reflect in the price going up. Okay, so that's cut and dry right there. No barter. Yep, that's how you do it. You amend the agreement. You let them know, yeah, sir, I'm sure we can do that, sir, or ma'am, we can do that. We just have to amend the agreement, and that's going to equate in the price going up, from what we're currently charging you. You let them know. I bet you meet hella girls through your business, bro. What you mean, my employees? Or just women, period? Yeah, but I can decipher like why they like me a lot of times. A lot of people like me because of the business. Some people just might think I'm cute or something, I don't know. I don't know. I guess people got their reasons why they like me. Working on it. The guy would ask like the day of. Wait, the guy would ask like the day of. Today he added something extra. I charged him $10 extra. Okay. Well, what you might want to do is just ask him like, hey, I noticed things are changing while we work, and there's new things that you want us to do. How about you write down a list of things that's new, that's extra that you want us to do? That way we can amend this contract or amend this agreement that we have. It will reflect in the price going up because there's more things that you want us to do that wasn't uh, mentioned in the very beginning, which is why the price is what it is today. But the $10 him there and $15 him there, that's kind of, people look at it like, oh, that's unprofessional. Oh, that's just an extra $10, and then he threw it on. So you might want to write down anything new. You send him an email, send him a text message, pay him a visit, write him a letter, drop it in the mailbox, pay a call, give him a call, right? And let him give you everything that he wants, and then you just amend to that contract, to that agreement. Oh man, where are my ponytail holders at? Oh, no problem, Percy, no problem. Yeah, say you went to college. What was your major? Major international marketing. My minor was business administration. And much respect for giving us this information back in the days. This is called consulting, and it came with a price tag. Yeah, man, I give out a lot of this information, and it's crazy because when I do the consulting, some of this information is still regurgitated, within the consulting. It's just what I find is that when people get a chance to meet me, talk to me personally, they'll pay me to meet me, to talk to me, but they don't take action based on the information that I give on the videos, but they will take action if they hear me physically tell them, Percy, you need to do this. Jacqueline, you need to do that. Damien, you need to do that. Like, they'll pay more attention if they just hear me say their name and then tell them what they should do or what they probably shouldn't do. Man. Anyway, I gotta do something with this hair, you guys. It's irritating now. It's time to wrap it up. I'm still here, you guys. If you got some more questions, go ahead and ask them. Sorry for being so extra on camera, but I gotta get this stuff together. It's kind of hot. Hold on. Is it in my pocket? Oh, there you go. Yes, I have an Instagram page. It's curly-headed Indian boy, all one word. Curly-headed Indian boy. That's CurlyHeaded Hold on, I'm sorry, Lakita. I got this question. Okay, I'm gonna come back to your question. Curly headed Indian boy. That's CurlyHeaded Indian, Indian boy BOY. Curly headed Indian boy. All one word. Let me see. Have you ever? Hang on 1 second, guys. Have you ever had a client who did not show up the day of your cleaning? A client? Do you mean an employee? You say, have I ever had a client should not show up? You mean employee? To not show up when I needed them to clean? Let me see. If you were trying to level up from a job to a business, no, I never had that. To get the keys, no. I usually got the keys when they said they were going to give me the keys. If you're ever trying to level up from a job to a business to ultimately real estate, how would you go? Well, it's that's one of them questions that you almost have to be in, because I don't know the necessary changes I would make right away, because there's a lot that'll be a factor, like funding, finances. Me, I'm the type of guy that like to do things without credit. So I'm the type of guy like which one of the billionaires is like that? I think Mark Cuban. He does things with his own money and no credit line, no credit. And I'm one of those type of guys. I'm all into the slow growth, little investment. A lot of guys is in the fast growth, angel investors, or or getting investment dollars from an investment fund or a hedge fund. A hedge fund. That type of thing. And I'm just not into it. I'm into slow growth with less dollars, because ultimately I'll get where I want to go. It'll just take me some time getting there because of the funding, the financing aspect. How do I handle no-show clients? I don't handle them, because I never had that before. But if I had that situation, initially I would give them the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes shit goes wrong. I would expect them to call me and let me know, text me, let me know, shoot me an email, let me know. But if they do none of the above and they just no show, then I would assume maybe they forgot about our meeting, and I will pay them a call, shoot them an email, let them know, hey, I'm here at the site. I was here at the site. I waited 40 minutes. You guys didn't show up. I waited a half hour. I didn't see anyone, so I left. Maybe we can reschedule another day to get the keys. However, I would just be professional. I wouldn't be like, you motherfuckers didn't show up, so I'm not working for you. Like, I wouldn't do that, because anything could have happened. and I would want them to understand me. If that happened, the only difference between them and me is I would have called. The influent one. What's the process for getting someone to subcontract for you? Do you hire them? Do you hire them to do the job, or do you tell them? All subcontractors put under agreement because they independent. They independent representatives of your company. So, which means you don't personally pay them a paycheck. You don't cut them a paycheck like on a payroll, and you're not taking taxes out of their money as a subcontractor, right? So you're just paying them the flat whatever the rate is, right? And this is, whether you hire independent contractors to do your cleaning, or this is if you have vendors like us. We have at Hollywood Janitorial, we have carpet cleaning vendors, we have painters, we have pest vendors, we have all type of vendors. Okay, so that being said, they're all under contract of some sort with Hollywood Janitorial Service. Jeez, I need some water. Excuse me, you guys. So I'm still here. You guys have any specific questions or anything? Okay, also if you guys trying to request me on Facebook, there's fan pages. There are pages that's not. How do you ask who how to subcontract the job? If you're hiring someone, you just let them know. You let them know up front. So you place an ad saying, "Hey, now looking for subcontractors for part-time cleaning positions," or looking for workers for part-time cleaning positions. And then when you interview them, do the application process or whatever, you get their information. You're going to do a background check on them, right? You're going to, you're going to check references, right? And you will let them know that, hey, you will be 1099. You're not an employee of whatever your company name is. You're a subcontractor under our company. So you will be held responsible for your own taxes, etc., etc. So you explain that up in the very beginning. I don't know any audio books as for commercial cleaning alone. Stories that motivated me, it wasn't even commercial cleaning per se, it was carpet cleaning. This guy by the name of Barry Minko, I read his books and he got punished. He got jailed or went to prison for a multi-million-dollar restoration scam for carpet restoration and carpet cleaning. But it was a lot to learn there. But if you have a dirty mind and you think reading about bad things to corrupt your mind, then yeah, Barry Miko, yep. He has a book out. Yep, he was on American Greed. I actually have American Greed on I have the app on my phone, and I watch that maybe once a month. Because I learned a lot from somebody's negative stuff. Like, he did do some good, but it's just that he was too corrupt to stay straightforward. Yeah, American Greed is my favorite show. That's the only reason I actually got Hulu for American Greed. If they take American Greed off of Hulu, I'm canceling my Hulu account. That's pretty much the only thing I watch, and I watched every show on there. Let me see here. But as far as black entrepreneurs, you can read about Bob Johnson or Robert Johnson. That's what BET, the BET owner. We have John Bartfield. He was a cleaner owner. He's a multi-billionaire now. But he has a book out. I forgot the title of it. Something about starting from scratch. You can just Google his name, John W. Bartfield. Or you can just Google Robert Johnson, BET. So it's a lot of, all you have to do is type in black billionaires, American black billionaires, American black millionaires, United States black billionaires, United States black millionaires. Different things like that, and people that you may have never heard of before that has a substantial track record might pop up on the search, and all you have to do is just click and get a little intel on them. If they have a book or a DVD, you order it, if you like it. And so it's a lot of black successful people out here that we just don't know about. They are millionaires and billionaires living among us, and we just don't have any idea that they're millionaires or billionaires. You guys have any more questions? Anything specific? Definitely want you guys to be motivated, man. Take action. I can't stress that enough. It sounds cliche and it sounds, redundant, but you have to take action. That's the only way I know you're going to be successful. I gave up on Houston really probably because of my own ego. If I would have stayed in it long enough, I'm sure I would have had many accounts by now. Because I'm sure cleaning business, and especially right now, Houston is the place to be for cleanup. You can make an absolute fortune and build all type of deals and contracts right now in a wake of the tragic hurricane of who is it, Harvey? So Houston would probably be the spot to be right now. But what would I do different? I'd probably stay in it. Demote my ego a little bit, because it's hard when you start making money to have a big ego. And my ego, and it's hard. Most people like, oh, I'm not gonna have an ego. I'm still gonna be the same old me. No, you're not. No, you're not, because people are going to look at you different. People are going to come to you for advice. People are going to want you to captain save their situation. Your friends are going to flip on you. Your family is going to flip on you. Your attitude is going to change a little bit, because you're making money, you're becoming successful, and you're doing it at your own speed. So you're gonna feel like you're untouchable. You're gonna feel like can't nobody tell you what to do. You can feel like you go to bed when you want to go to bed. You go on a date when you want to go to date. Deal with the person you want to deal with. Like it'll be nothing a girl or a guy could say, you know, for individually for you guys on here that could swerve you, because you're gonna be like, look, I'm such and such, and I have a business, and it's profitable. Like this is what you're gonna be saying to yourself, right? So whether you meet somebody that have money or you meet somebody with no money, it's not gonna phase you one way or another, because you know that you're making money. You might not even have a whole hell of a lot of money in the account, but you're in a route. You're on the right path, right? You actually have accounts. The money just isn't there yet, but it will be. So but that's what I would do. I would stay in it long enough until I got an account, just like I did with Detroit or any other place. It wasn't easy for me to get the contracts, but I kept going. I stayed in it long enough. In Houston, I had already had accounts in Georgia, Detroit, Ohio, and VA. So I guess I felt privileged, or I felt owed something. Speaking of which, I want to go get that Charlemagne book. What's today, Sunday? Hang on, you guys. I got to make a call. I got to see what time Barnes & Noble's closed, because I didn't want to order it online. I wanted to read a few chapters. Fuck. I'm here, you guys.
Thank you for calling Barnes & Noble in Troy. For a limited time, our store is offering members 20% off the lowest in-store price on almost all books, and 10% off on almost all books for non-members. Not a member but want to take advantage of this limited time offer? Signing up is easy and can be done at any
Yalla.
Come in today for incredible savings. We are located at 396 John R. Road.
Yalla.
Our hours of operation are Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh, 10 to 8.
Friday and Saturday,
I got time.
9 a.m. to 10 p.m. To speak with the bookseller, please stay on the line.
Man, hurry up. They said 8 o'clock they close. I got time. But I need to make sure they have. 1 second, you guys. Hi, Bees. HBZ, I see you. I'm at.
Barnes & Noble in Troy. This is Emily. How may I help you?
Hi, Emily. Do you guys have Black Privilege book by Charlemagne?
What, Black Privilege?
Yes.
Okay. Might have a copy on hand if you hold on one moment while I check the shelf.
Thank you.
Hmm?
Alright, guys, while they check for me, let me see. I make great money, right? But my money management skills are horrible. Speaking of being a good money manager for a few. There's a lot of entrepreneurs with bad money management skills, but you just have to once again set up some type of system for yourself. Like in the very beginning, if you watch my $5,000 story time, I urge you to watch that if you haven't watched it.
Okay, I have a copy in my hand. Would you like me to hold it for you?
Yes, I greatly appreciate it.
Sure, I'll need a phone number.
Sure, that'll be my office number is 888 770-8076.
Okay, your first name?
Fabio.
Fabio.
Fabio, yes.
And last name?
Hart.
Okay, and we'll hold it 3 days up at the front register for you.
Oh, real quick, Emily, how much is it?
It's on sale actually for $12.99.
$12.99. Awesome. Can you do me a quick favor while I have you on the phone?
Sure.
Can you see if you have that in an audio book too?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, let me bring this back up.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. No, it seems to just be in book format.
Book format? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'll be there. What time are you guys close today? 8?
Yeah, today Sunday? Yeah, then we close at 8.
Okay, awesome. I'll be there shortly.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I see everybody hopped off here. They're like, "Fuck that. He's making the calls." All right. I'm back though. If you guys have any more questions for me, all right, guys. Well, I guess that's gonna wrap it up for now. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I just kind of wanted to hop on here real quick and do my hour-long set, you know. If you guys don't have any more questions, then not a problem, bud. Not a problem.